Let's get started in Tadasana today. So feet hip width apart, spread the toes wide, stack your hips directly over your feet, your shoulders, relax down your back, directly over your hips, hands at your sides, palms facing forward. Go ahead and close your eyes. Make sure you're not locking at your knees, slight micro bend. And begin to tune in to the breath. Inhale deeply. Exhale, open the mouth. One more time. Inhale deeply. Exhale out the mouth. Continue to lengthen and deepen your inhales and exhales, keeping the eyes closed if you'd like. So much of our experience is dictated by our perspective and our mindset, and really our awareness. If we have an awareness that our cycle is coming, we're in tune with the emotions that might come with it, it's a lot easier to handle those emotions. One more deep breath. Good. Open the eyes if they were closed. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, press the air away. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, bend over to one side. Deep inhale. Think about spiraling your heart towards the ceiling. Exhale, cartwheel the arms up and over to the other side. Inhale, spiral the heart. Stretch into the side body. Press this lower hand into your thigh for support. Gaze can be neutral or up at the sky. On an exhale, cartwheel the arms up and over one more time on each side. Big inhale, stretching into all the muscles of the side body. Exhale, last side. Deep inhale. Exhale, press the navel in towards the spine. Come back up to Tadasana, mountain pose. Good. Facing the top of your mat. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. You can bend the knees generously here. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Press your hands into your shins or your thighs, crown of head, telescoping out of your spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, plant the hands, step the feet back into plank. You can stay in one straight line or drop to your knees. Lower down, all the way to the ground, elbows grazing the side body, through Chaturanga. Then press your hips and all 10 toenails into the mat and peel your chest off the floor into a baby cobra. Think about squeezing your elbows behind you on your back. Big inhale. Exhale. Press back to downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet, bending one leg, straightening the other, then switch. Keep both knees bent here. Think about pressing your torso towards your thighs. Spread all 10 fingers wide. Walk your feet towards your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend the knees. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, press the air away. Back to Tadasana, and we'll do that one more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, plant the hands, step the feet back. You can drop to your knees if you'd like here, or lower down in one straight line through Chaturanga. Elbows hugging the side body. Peeling your heart up and shining it forward into a baby cobra. Elbows squeezed together on your back. All 10 toes are pressing into the floor. Exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Take any little movements that feel good here. You can pedal out the feet, or just bend the knees. Press through your hands. Tailbone towards the sky. When you're ready, walk your feet towards your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. You can bend the knees here. Just take a moment to let your arms sway back and forth like a rag doll. And again, just personalize your practice. Take any little movements that might feel good here. You can straighten and bend your legs, sway side to side, or just fold, surrendering to the posture. Slowly, one vertebrae at a time, come all the way back up to standing. Let your head be the last thing up. Roll out the shoulders. You can stay facing forward, but I'm going to face you so you can see me. Feet back into our Tadasana position. Hip width apart. Spread all the toes wide. Ground down through your left foot. And slowly start to lift the right foot off of the mat. And find your version of a tree pose. You can have your foot down here supporting you on the floor at your ankle, or on your calf, or all the way up on your thigh, wherever you can comfortably get to. The point of this pose is to focus on balancing, not to get our foot as high as we can. Bring your hands to heart center. It's okay if your thigh tracks forward, it doesn't have to be straight out. See, making me lose my balance. It can be wherever is comfortable. Again, the point is just to balance. And balancing postures are so great when we have emotions that we're not sure what to do with. It really helps to ground that down. Any stress, anxiety. So press the palms together, press your foot into your leg. Everything hugging in towards the midline. Draw the core in. Find a drishti, a focal point to gaze upon, if that will help your balance. You can even play with closing your eyes. It's a bit challenging. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Good. Release the hands and hug that right knee up into your chest before we let it down to the ground. Good. Slowly release it. You can do anything you need to reset your body for the other side. Maybe march it out. Take a little twist. Feet back into hip width position. Spread your toes wide. Really think about grounding down through that right foot. And when you're ready, lift your left foot off the mat slowly and find whatever variation of tree pose you found on the first side. We'll just keep it simple. Bring your hands to heart center. Remember everything hugging in towards the midline. Think about drawing your ribs together. Your hands pressed together. Your foot into your leg. Even your inner thighs are energetically pressing together. Any emotions or thoughts that you might be having today, just imagine sending them into the earth through your foot, letting them root their way down, releasing anything that doesn't serve you. And just focusing on how grateful you are for your beautiful feminine body that is working as it should, that can do this amazing thing, like have a cycle. Good. Hug your left knee into your chest before you release it. Give it a little squeeze. You can march out your feet, shake it out a little bit. And again, you can face forward. I'm going to stay facing you. Heel toe your feet out so they're the width of your mat. You'll have your heels on the mat, your toes hanging off. And I like to have a block handy for this one, so if you have a block or anything that's about that height, you might want to grab it right now. And slowly start to sink down into a yogi squat. So ideally, we'd have our elbows pressing into our knees here and be able to comfortably kind of sit all the way down. But if you have tight hips like I do, I like to sit on a block right here. Takes a lot of pressure off of my knees, but I still get all of the hip opening benefits of this pose. So I'll give you a minute just to find your yogi squat, get comfortable, bring your hands to heart center. I'm gently adding a little bit of pressure with my elbows in my knees, but not to the point of pain. You definitely want to feel comfortable here. Think about lengthening the spine. We want to stay as tall as we can so we can still take as big of a breath as we can. Anytime we're rounding or hunching over, we're compressing the lungs. So just find a focal point and focus on breathing deeply. And on each exhale, think about releasing any stress, any anxiety. Just let it go. One more deep breath. When you're ready, remove any props or blocks you might be using. And then sit all the way back onto your seat. Shake out your legs a little bit, release those hips. Kind of windshield wiper the legs back and forth. Good. Stretch both legs out long, flex the feet. Then hug your right knee into your chest, cross it up and over your left. Plant all 5 toes of that right foot into the mat. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, open towards the right, hugging your knee into your chest for a nice easy twist. Inhale deeply, get a little bit taller, crown of your head pressing into the ceiling. Exhale, draw your navel in, twist a little bit deeper. Good, release, take a little counter twist if you'd like. Then stretch your right leg out long, shake it out. Hug your right knee into your chest, cross it up and over. Plant all 5 toes of your left foot into the mat. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, open towards the left, hugging your left knee into your chest for a twist. Make sure to flex that bottom foot. Inhale, get taller. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Make sure your gaze is neutral. We don't want to be cranking into the twist with our neck. Our necks are already very good at twisting, so we don't want to put any extra strain on our necks. One more big inhale. Exhale, release. Take a little counter twist. Shake out the legs. Plant both feet at the top of the mat. Scoot your hips forward. And we're just going to slowly roll kind of through boat pose, but all the way down to the mat. Take a little pause, turn on that core. One vertebrae at a time, all the way down. Good. Cross your right leg up and over your left. Flex the right foot. Then you can grab behind the thigh or around the shin, wherever is comfortable. For a reclined pigeon, your head can rest on the floor, both feet flexed. Think about pressing your right knee away from you. You can even use your elbow to kind of gently press it away from you. Inhale deeply. Exhale, surrender into the pose. Feel that nice, juicy stretch in your right hip. Release the hands, drop the foot back down, uncross your legs. Windshield wiper the knees back and forth. Then plant your feet again. Cross your left foot over your right. Grabbing your hands wherever is comfortable. Make sure both feet are flexed. Inhale deeply. Exhale, letting go. Allowing that left hip to open and feel the stretch. Exhale, release your hands, release your legs. You can shake it out a little if you need to. Then hug both knees into your chest. And grab the pinky toe side of both feet for a happy baby pose. Last stretch before our final resting pose. So take any little movements here that feel good to you. Rock back and forth a little bit if you'd like. And when you're ready, extend one leg out long, then the other. If your low back isn't comfortable laying on the floor like this, you can either have your knees bent, feet as wide as your mat, and then your knees resting together. Or this also works for me if you just think about moving all of the flesh of your booty down out of the way so your lower back is pressed firmly against the mat. That seems to help a lot. Let your feet splay open, hands at your sides, palms facing up. And just take a moment of stillness and silence to soak up the benefits of our practice. You definitely don't want to skip this pose. It's so important for balancing our mood and really grounding in to us and the way we're feeling and any changes that may have taken place during your practice. When you're ready, Slowly start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Bend one knee up and then the other. Keep your eyes closed as you roll over onto one side or the other into the fetal position. Take one big inhale and exhale. Then slowly press yourself up into a comfortable seated position, keeping your eyes closed. Bring your hands to heart center. Slowly dip the chin. Flicker your eyes open and take in the color of your mat and then the rest of the room. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I am sending you so much love today. Namaste. That is it. I hope you guys are feeling so much better. I know I am after that practice. If you are looking to have more of an awareness about your cycle and looking for a good app to track it, then you should really check out Natural Cycles. I have been using Natural Cycles now for a few months and I have learned so much about my cycle. I'm already somebody who is super interested in everything that's going on with my body, and I already had a pretty good awareness about my cycle. I've used lots of apps to keep track of it in the past. Natural Cycles is something special. You take your temperature every morning with a basal body thermometer. So first thing in the morning before you hop out of bed, you just grab it, stick it in your mouth, take your temperature, log that into the app, and it can tell you exactly what day you ovulate. It tells you which part of your cycle you're in, what phase, the luteal phase or the follicular phase, and what that might mean. And there's so many educational tools in the app too, so you can really get to learn your body and the different physical things that are happening and what you can expect. And it just helps so much to have an awareness about these things, to be able to predict certain moods or physical discomforts and then really be on top of those things. So if you'd like to check out Natural Cycles, I have a link in the description box below. They gave me a discount code to offer you guys, so you can use the code Jordan, Jordan, all caps, for 20% off your first year. So that is such a good deal, and I really encourage you guys to check it out. But for now, that is it. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.